Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcore Guides bringing you my guide for Splatterhouse on Brutal difficulty. And today we're doing Phase 2, which is entitled The Doll That Bled. This is my favorite of the phases out of 12. And, to be honest, it's not really my favorite in terms of how the chapter layout is. It's a good chapter, really it is. It's not really a bad chapter, it's just more like the boss. Oh my god, the boss of this chapter, I just love it so much. Usually when I whip out Splatterhouse, I end up whipping out Phase 2 and just go through the whole thing and just go to the boss. So we're going to enter inside this room and we're going to kill off these guys as a sacrifice to open this door here. There was 2 eyeballs that you see, that you can see back there. Basically, you're supposed to find the correct one. The only way to really find the correct one is by either guessing which one it is, it's going to be the same one every single time, I believe. And if you splatter blood or use a splatter siphon like so, you can see there's an icon on the ground. If you use a siphon or you go berserk, or you splatter blood in certain areas that are distinct to this game, then you will find, or distinct to this area, then you will find different kinds of like icons floating around. It's only just one eye that you have to open. So anyway, I want to make mention of something I kind of forgot about a few things. I probably didn't explain this yet. I don't remember. Yeah, I know. I just recorded this today. I keep thinking I recorded. Actually, I just got done recording this very episode like an hour or so ago, and here I am just doing commentary for it because I just had such a freaking blast playing it. I said to myself, all right, time for some more Splatterhouse. I gotta get this stuff going. It's not like I want to get it done. I just want to play the damn thing. So I kind of forgot to mention, if you have a weapon and you rip off these guys' arms, then you will actually drop your weapon. It's kind of lame, but I think it's whenever you do spotter kills anyway. You drop your weapon, so it's kind of a pain in the butt, but oh well. Anyway, when you do spotter kills, you actually get, well, of course, a lot of necro out of it, and you actually get health back. I think I probably forgot to explain that. Of course, it gives you iframes. That's pretty damn obvious. You actually get like a split second after you do a spotter kill to have that 1 second of iframes. So that right there, that's the actual correct eyeball you're supposed to break down that was jumping near. But I decided to go ahead and just do this one because you actually get more blood because you have more enemies to fight. So if you want more blood, go ahead and do this. But if you don't want, if you think you're good on blood, which you really are, I mean, you never really have. Of course, you don't have enough blood in this game, but you will eventually always just have, a lot of blood. So you'll always have plenty of blood, but if you just want to get through the game normally on brutal mode or just whatever you want to do, if you don't want to get all the upgrades, sure, whatever, fine. But this is me we're talking about. Of course, I want to get as much stuff as I can. It's just how I roll, so it's not. I don't know. Hang on 1 second, folks. I'm gonna move my mic. There we go. All right. Hopefully that might have maybe helped with the sound that's going on with the computer, of course. But yes, all that stuff. I actually looked up the enemy names. I could barely find any detail on the names besides the small guys, the guys that take 2 hits to kill. They're called homini, or yeah, something like that. They're like, yeah, I don't know. I think that's how you say it. There's this thing called a beast. It looks like a fish thing later on that we actually get to kill. And I was right about the Territoid. I was right about that. I think I called it Tetroid or something like that, or something stupid. I knew about Igus, but that's a later thing. I knew that's name because the game tells you its name. And I think they tell you about the Territoid, actually, and I just didn't even notice it. But I believe they do tell you about it. So once we go down here, there's actually going to be a side-scroller little section going on here. And you actually get a hatchet, our first hatchet that we get. So I'm just going to let that cutscene play out and, of course, skip it manually. Well, of course it's manually. I mean, I would have to edit it out anyway if I didn't. That's okay. And you just go ahead and chop through these guys. Not really that hard. Whenever you're actually in side-scroller areas, the enemy's health is much lower. These guys take 1 hit to kill with a punch. Not 2, but yeah, they decrease their health by double, or yeah, they half their health basically. You actually get to fight homini, and you actually get to fight. I guess the bigger guys are probably called homini too. So I'm just gonna call them bigger guys. I think that name sounds much better. I'll just call them or zombies. How about that? Zombies? Sure. Or walking... I would call them the Walking Dead, but then I'd probably get copyrighted for that. No, probably. Yeah, anyway, so... On the side-scroller areas, they're a lot more difficult to go through due to the fact that the platforming is a little bit awkward in some regards. I actually about died, too, going through this. Like, just look how awkward this is. Your jumping is slowed down tremendously. You can't just... Well, actually, it's slowed down no matter what you do. But they make the gaps a little bit too big for the platforming sections. You have to actually get a running start, or else you're going to end up like that. You're going to end up having to mash the freaking X button to hopefully not die. And it's... I think it's bullshit. I just don't... I like the side-scroller levels a little bit. The sections, they kind of break the pace of the game. But at the same time, they really break the pace and the physics of the game that they're trying to establish. Like, it's going back to its roots. That's what it's doing. It's going back to its roots. Because Splatterhouse was originally a side-scroller, but... that worked better here. This is actually a 3D game, not a 2.5D. If this was 2.5D, I probably still would play it. Yeah, I'd still play it. I mean, if it worked well enough, like it does in 3D motion, but the 2.5D sections just do not work, I feel like. Yeah, they're nice, but like I said, they're just so awkward sometimes when you're jumping and trying to platform. And that's what, you know, side-scrollers usually do best, is platforming, and this game just couldn't do it, I guess. It just made the platform, or the gaps too big, and they're big enough to where you can jump across them, but it's almost like you hardly can guarantee yourself to, you know, get across, I guess you could say. One thing I do love, I just love the sound of that. I don't know, it's so satisfying. Also, I completely just forgot to talk about this too. I only have a certain amount of masks. You actually get the PlayStation 3 version mask. That's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the PlayStation 3 mask. It was inspired by the PlayStation 3. That's what it says. I'm going to switch them up like every chapter just because I only have like 4. There's more than like 4 masks, but I just don't have all of them. There's this one. There's a red hockey mask, which I totally bought because I thought that was pretty badass. There's a short little... There's also a callback to, I think, Splatterhouse 2 or the first one. One of them you actually have a red mask, I think, or just something about a red mask. And then there's the Dia de los Muertos mask, or Day of the Dead, if you guys didn't know. That one's just like a fiesta-looking kind of mask. It looks like a Spanish skull mask, that kind of thing. It's pretty cool, I just don't have it. I mean, yeah, they're cheap as hell, but I just don't buy all of them. Not yet, I haven't bought them all yet. I have... Wait, do I have that one? I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. I think I do, actually. Come to think of it. And then there's, yeah, this mask and, of course, a normal mask. One thing I want to say, like, the PlayStation 3 mask looks cool, but I'm going to be straight honest, the Xbox 360 mask looks so much better. If you get a chance, go look up the Xbox 360 version. That exclusive mask, it just... The green goes so well with it, and it's just so nice to look at. I don't know, it's just a cool looking mask. And like I said, the PlayStation 3 one's cool, but I think the Xbox one just looks so much better. And it's kind of funny coming from a guy who only plays on PlayStation or Nintendo stuff. I don't own an Xbox, and here I am saying how cool it is. Oh, I'm totally a fanboy of PlayStation, you know. No, like, I used to be, because there were some dildo kids I used to not really hang out with, but I knew. Well, they were technically my friends, but they were assholes. And just most of them were just complete Xbox fanboys, and still are, too. And I don't care if you play Xbox or not. Like, if you're gonna gripe about me playing on my fucking PlayStation, then you can just go kiss my ass, because I don't care. So this is like a little puzzle room. I think it's like the first of 3 puzzle rooms we have to deal with. You have to pick up these guys, and you have to toss them into this spike. And there's only 2, of course, so you just gotta knock at least 2 guys in there, as you saw. I think actually you already got 1 in there, I think. Or unless this might be the first one. I was clearly not paying attention, apparently. Yeah, I totally screwed that up. You do a lot of damage when you kick them, too, so it's really nice. Yeah, there's that guy. So he's down and out for the count. Yeah, that's the second one. I remember what it looked like. Okay. And everybody else just around you just blows up as soon as the puzzle gets done with. Not like puzzle, just more like, oh, just throw them on this and they die. That's what Splatterhouse puzzles are. They're just like, throw them on this and we'll kill them. That's the concept of Splatterhouse in this regard. So, alright, let's see here. Now we got another hatchet, which is always nice. Hatchets actually have the ability to cut off limbs and such, but it's kind of annoying when you cut off the limbs and the limbs disappear, because you kind of have to like drop the hatchet just to pick up the other stuff. I think around here we actually find another Terratoid, and the thing with Terratoids is they have this ability to boost enemies' strength, not defense, but their strength, which is completely pointless considering the fact that these minions are basically pointless themselves. Yeah, they do a lot. Look at that. I almost died. I got scared. I'm like, oh my god, don't let me die. I didn't die at all in this chapter. Thank god. I have not died yet. I probably will die. I don't know what I was trying to do there. I picked up a head and I tried to jump and slam like a numbnut. But when you pick up a head, you actually can press square and you can... Okay, let's start with this first. If you pick up a head and you press and hold triangle, you throw the head and it's instantly gone. Whereas when you hit him with square, you can hit them multiple times, but if you hit square 2 times in a row, Rick will punch him and then he'll throw the head. So it's, do you want to keep the head or you just want to, you know, just keep punching people with it? And basically it does like little damage, but it's still a weapon, so it does some damage. A decent amount, I guess, for a small weapon. I was just trying to show off the carousel, or the gore fest right there. I just want to show off that little move. Because I didn't really get a chance yet to really show it off, and it's really doing it. Trying to get some damage on the territory here and trying to kill him. I hit him with a weapon, but the son of a bitch, the son of a bitch still alive. That ain't good. So now I finally got a chance to kill his ass, and of course I'd take his head and use that against the other little bastards that are floating around here. So there we go. Finally took care of that motherfucker. Yeah, they're really irritating, and just, I don't know. I find as a sub-boss, okay, they're not really, they're going to be even more annoying enemies. There's these thing called, this thing is called abhors, or abhors, I think their names are. They're so irritating. I'll show you, you guys will get to see that later on, but that puzzle right there, you had to pick them up and press triangle again to throw them. Sometimes, it only happens when there's spikes at, like, upper head level of Rick. He'll actually throw him over his head and, you know, just throw him at a above distance instead of just like kicking them and stuff. That's only used for, you know, spikes like that. That would be up. Yeah, I didn't see this guy coming. I got grabbed like an idiot. I love how the camera just pans into him like throw him like that. That's pretty cool. I think that's kind of a little cool detail. A lot of this game has a lot of cool detail that I just like, especially when the little minion guy, the little spike minions, when one of them was yelling. You can actually, well, actually that's later on, I think. I think that's in the next area. Well, he started yelling, like, you can actually see, like, his saliva all stuck to his mouth still, you know? And it's kind of gross to some, but, obviously. But to me, it's just like, I don't care. It's cool. I think it's a cool detail. So we're going to run over here, and yes, you have to use analog sticks to lift everything up. Analog stick usage in this game for QuickTime stuff is... They've got plenty of that, especially to do spider kills. There's a lot of things that have to deal with holding the analog sticks up or down or whatever, you know, direction they want you to hold it in. I ran over here instantly to go ahead and pick up the pipe because these zombie douchebags, they're just so irritating. You know, technically they are zombies because they used to be human, but now they're basically dead, so I guess they really are zombies. These things, I don't even know what they are. They're just there. As you can see, that's a detail I was talking about. If you look in his mouth, you can see that little kind of like dirty saliva looking kind of thing going on there. Or just slime. That's pretty much what it is, I think. Luckily for me, the pipe didn't break before I killed all the zombies off, and then I got a chance to kill all these guys off. The thing about this little area is they want you to kick at least 4 of these little bastards inside of the spikes. You don't have to do that. You actually don't have to do that. I don't know if it's a glitch or intentional, but if you kill all these spiked minions before, like, well, actually, if you don't throw them in there and you just kill them naturally, like I would, like I did, you can open the door that way. You don't actually have to go through the whole problem or the whole process of having to throw them into a spike and dealing with all that crap, and just it takes some time, and really it just saves you time. It saves you blood, I guess. You get more enemies to kill. I think sometimes in the previous areas, eventually you'll start running out of blood, or I think the game just like says, okay, no more blood for you because you've done plenty enough. But there was a little small cutscene right there. I just wanted to get rid of it. It was just irritating. I don't like that cutscene at all. It's you can't skip it. I hate when you can't skip cutscenes in some games. You know, like transition cutscenes like that, I'm fine with. Like this, like this, I'm fine with. But transitions like that other one back there, it's just so irritating. You know, when you're trying to go through a game as well, not as relatively fast as possible. You're just trying to beat the damn games. You want to get through it again just because you love playing it, and then you get those cutscenes that just keep showing up and showing up. You can't skip them. In some regards, some games I can deal with. BioShock, of course I can deal with that because, well, there's like 2. There's hardly any cutscenes in the game at all. And sometimes, of course, there's those stop and wait kind of moments, but they're not as irritating because they're not as long either. Like in Port Frolic when you're talking with Sandra Cohen for the first time, it's just one of those moments where everything kind of just slows down for a little bit, and you can still leave. Well, I don't think you can't leave the area, but you know they still give you leeway to walk around and kind of get out of it or get close to the door to get out of the area, and then you just go on your merry way from there. BioShock Infinite, not necessarily, because they throw in so many unskippable like transition cutscenes and stuff, and it really bugs me. You know, I don't know. I actually recently just platinumed BioShock Infinite. I'm so glad. I'm so happy. It took me at least a few years to do it. I've had the game for at least a few years and not gotten a chance to platinum. I platinumed the other 2, and then I finally platinumed BioShock Infinite, which means I've beaten 1999 mode, and I might be doing this on hardcoring sometime. But of course, exploits will be used. I will be using exploits to beat the game because I just feel the game is too cheap. And with RNG, you know, sometimes you just gotta play by your own rules. If it's in the game, then, you know, why not use it? That's what people say. So of course we get to fight some more Hamanai, and so there's just like a whole bunch of them just gargling on this dude over here. Another thing I want to mention, this reminds me of Gluttony from Dante's Inferno, where like they'll just, you know, eat that one dude on that desk thing or whatever. I don't know, they were eating somebody. 2 gluttons war. And I just want to make mention of something too. Dante's Inferno is one of those other kind of, not really RNG, but rather really irritating final boss kind of matchups. I've never beaten the final boss on Inferno mode yet, which I probably really should. I just feel like the game's just it detracts so much because hold on, let me explain what this thing is real quick. This is a blue Hamanai. Be very, very, very careful with these. These things can insta-kill you. I shit you not. They also have ability to not only frame lock or stun lock, but they can knock, if they don't kill you instantly, they'll knock your arm off instantly. It doesn't matter what they do. They'll knock your arm off, and when your arm's gone, you lose health. Gradually. A little bit. Like, over time, you lose health until your arm grows back, or you use a Spire Siphon and grow it back instantly, of course. And when you lose your arm, you can't walk as fast. And these guys are fast little buggers, and they will actually go in for the, you know, they'll go in for the kill and knock your head off and kill you. Which is obviously insta-kill, because when the Terror Mask gets separated from the body, it's over. For Rick. Or you take too much damage, you'll die. And of course we get stuck with more zombie guys, so just go ahead and take these guys out and go through all that. I know I have enough blood to upgrade, I'll upgrade soon. So back to my topic at hand. Dante's Inferno, like I said, don't expect like any guides in the future. Just, well, maybe, I don't know. I've never beaten Inferno mode, I probably should go back. But the thing is, they have this deal where you can like punish or absolve almost every type of enemy, and just if you've never seen Dante's Inferno, if you've never played Dante's Inferno, just right here, just wall. That's the best way to get rid of these things. If you get unstoppable, you'll get away pretty easily. Well, anyway, they have like this ability to like upgrade your holy or unholy, and the only way to do it is by absolving or punishing enemies, and they're like finishing moves and stuff for certain enemies, and you can't get all the upgrades in one playthrough either. So you have to play by a specific strategy in order to beat Inferno mode, which is kind of irritating, I think, because games are supposed to be an experience for you as a player, not necessarily for somebody to be like, hey, this is exactly how you do it from point A to point B. Now, that's what games do, of course. Everybody's game is the same in a sense, but not everybody's experience of the game is the same, and that's where I find the whole, like, you have to play Dante's Inferno by this certain way or it's going to be really ridiculously difficult. But then again, that's kind of ironic and kind of hypocritical coming from me, who's making a guide for people who need help with Splatterhouse, or just games in general, where I'm telling you what you should do. Well, I'm not really telling you what to do, I'm just letting you guys know some tips and tricks on what could possibly help you, which in Splatterhouse, really, all you really need is Unstoppable, and you're pretty much good from then. Well, not really. I mean, these guys are still pretty damn tough, even when you have Unstoppable, when you get frame locked and crap like that. I'm just showing you all the benefits of different things that you can do and how to get out of stuff and just how to get yourself out of trouble. That's pretty much what it is. But you can call me a liar, hypocrite, whatever. I don't care. If you enjoy my videos, my content for this, then just you probably shouldn't have any problem with me, helping out. So I guess I'm just saying, like, for Dante's Inferno, I feel as if there's one specific strategy because it's almost like you have to get divine armor every single time when you fight Lucifer. I'm sure there's plenty of ways to do it. I'm sure there's a guy who probably did a no upgrade run of it. Well, I'm not really sure. It's more than likely possible that somebody's already done it. But I'm just saying, like, divine armor is the way to go. You have to upgrade your holy to get all the good stuff, and it's kind of irritating when, like, the holy side is, the best of the benefits. I'm just saying, like, it's a little bit unbalanced. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. But, like I said, just don't expect Dante's Inferno for a while. I need to beat the game first in order to be able to do a guide of it, obviously. I don't want to jump into a game I can't beat and show you people, like, hey, look at me, look how good I am. Unless it's like a live run, or if it's a no upgrade run per se, then I might just jump into it straight away due to the fact that I know how to beat a game on hard. Kind of like this. I know how to beat this game on the most difficult level, and I would definitely love to do a no upgrade run for you guys, just to show you how much of pain it is without Unstoppable, and just without having upgrades, because this game can be painful for brutal mode if you've got no upgrades. But once you get upgrades going, it's almost easy enough to just plow through, really. I usually, when I play this game, I usually play it on either Savage or Brutal. It's just, I don't play on easy. I try not to play on easy on most games. Recently, I picked up Darksiders for the first time, and they have a I was looking through the trophies like I usually do, just to see what I'm getting myself into, but without trying to spoil too much. And so there was one trophy that said, this game is easy? And you have to beat the game on easy. I'm like, oh great, it's one of those, isn't it? Where you have to beat it on easy, then you have to do it on normal. You can't just go to normal and get both. So, right now, you might call me a pussy, but I'm playing on easy, so I can get a grasp of if it is even difficult. Which, actually it is, surprising. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and upgrade some stuff, because we're getting close to the final boss batch for this area. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my health a little bit, and I didn't want to get that, so I got it anyway. It's just you press circle when you have a weapon on somebody. Or you have a weapon in your hand, you press circle on an enemy, and there you go. And I upgraded my weapon duration, and I got a new combo move for my heavy attacks. And I think I upgraded my combo move. No, I got TNT, and that's what it was. I made my regular triangle move even stronger. I got another square combo, which is the windmill. It's just 4 squares instead of 3. And then, what else did I get? I think I got something else. So I had like 2,000 blood left. Okay. I got the Rush, which is really good for side-scroller sections. Like, really good. And the Igus sub-boss, that we will actually find out what that is later. I wasn't trying to run away. My control stick, I left it up, but the game said, no, you're going that way. So here we go, folks. Here we go. Here's where the whole event of Splatterhouse, the reason why I want to do Splatterhouse Brutal Mode, is sitting right here in front of you. Hopefully you guys enjoy the music. It's Hollow Ground by The Haunted, and it's an amazing track. I love this freaking track. It's awesome as hell. Actually, The song does finish up before I defeat the boss, and there's another song that plays. It's called Must Kill by Calavera Conspiracy, so go look that up if you like heavy metal music. You're gonna love this. Unstoppable, unstoppable, unstoppable is your best friend for this specific fight. Like, look how much, like, he doesn't do very much damage. She is a doll that's inside this big giant trash compartment thing. It doesn't do much damage to you. It's really irritating when you get knocked back. You'll actually get to see that a few times when I get knocked back. That's because I messed up my timing. The timing is something that you should get down for this, because it's relatively easy, or it's relatively annoying when you get knocked back and just you try to go in and they just knock you back again. That's why Unstoppable is definitely a good upgrade to have. And the theatrics for this, I just love these cutaway scenes. You go down like a few floors, and the way that Rick just handles this boss fight is just so freaking awesome. And I mentioned him in the previous video, Taz1, like spelled O-N-E, and then with a 1 after it. He did an amazing job of taking out this boss on brutal mode. He synced up the music so damn well that it made me buy this game. And I thank you for that if you're watching, which probably not, but you never know. Basically, technically you could say he kind of cheated, because once you beat this boss, you get the ability to go in Berserk mode, or it's called Berserker, but I call it Berserk mode. Once you beat this boss, you unlock Berserk mode, and he actually had Berserk mode while he's fighting this boss. Go figure. So basically, he beat this boss, went back to the chapter again, and then made a video of it. That's practically what I believe that he probably did. If not, then maybe he did it a certain... Whatever. He had Berserk mode when he was fighting this boss, and it kind of made the syncing even better. Because he did it like right at that last minute when you're fighting on the first floor, and then he just started the music up again. Awesome. So basically, whenever that clock starts spinning, run over to it and do your new triangle combo on it. I recommend doing square, triangle, triangle. That's like, you know, go into an uppercut and then go for a lunge punch and then go for like that slam attack. It's just one of the best combo moves you can get in this game besides windmill. For the rapid square, that is my least favorite of the upgrades. I don't know if I'm going to get the rapid square or not throughout this playthrough, just because it's just rather annoying and just not really convenient necessarily. They have abilities that help you with it, but I just can't see any use for it. I'm sorry. So right now we're going to go ahead and rip the chest open. And I would love to let you guys enjoy this music, but this is a guide. I have to tell you guys what's going on. So, really not much to really know besides just use Unstoppable and time it well. Just learn the timing. If you keep dying on the boss, just learn the timing, have Unstoppable unlocked or upgraded, and just go from there. Now, when I say have it upgraded, what I'm saying, you know, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing upgrade-wise if you don't want to. I'm just recommending to you folks out there what you should get early on. That way that you can make the game a little bit easier on yourselves. If, of course, this is your first time doing brutal mode, you want a trophy, or if you're having that much trouble with Splatterhouse and you just want to get through it. And I don't know. I just don't want anybody complaining like, well, what if I don't have Unstoppable, you douche? What am I supposed to do then? Just keep doing what I'm doing. Just combo into it. Just run away when the enemy, like when he slams on the ground. Just run away, run back, and I'm just going off of what my guide is showing me. That's pretty much what I'm doing. You know, if you guys don't want to use my tips, well, that's your choice. But don't get mad at me when you're not using my tips. And yeah, just don't get mad at me. I don't know. I'm afraid of people getting mad at me. It's a thing. I've always got hate. I had hate comments in my main channel before. It's nothing new, but I'm just afraid to get them here, and they're really ugly hate comments. Well, anyway, actually, we're getting close to the end of this. We're gonna go ahead and activate Berserk mode. This is the very first time you actually get to activate it in this game. Well, besides the first part of the game. But now we actually finally have it unlocked, and basically, it's what it was back then. But now it's just a cutscene kind of thing. And we're gonna knock his ass down and do a bunch of quick time events. And I'm just gonna go ahead and end off this commentary here because there's not really much I can say besides stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. I don't know, I love this little deal, so I'll see you guys in Phase 3, which is called In the Shadow of the Abyss. And we'll see you all then. So take care, everybody.